Not long ago, I got out a speech that I had given on the floor of the House in the 1970s when we had a big energy problem. Now, you know you're getting old when you start reading your old speeches, Brett. But it is no exaggeration at all to say that I could give the exact same speech today. I got it out. The only figure that would change substantially is that instead of being 40 or 50% dependent, we're now 70% dependent on foreign oil. We have been slow learners on energy. And it really is frustrating, isn't it, that we find ourselves in 2008 with this dependence upon foreign energy. I believe the greatest failure of American foreign policy over the last several decades has been the failure to reduce our dependence upon foreign oil. It is a major failure of the system. You can all hear the debate. You got to drill more. You ever heard that? Drill more? You got to conserve more. You got to develop more alternative sources of energy. The fact of the matter is you got to do all of them.
The world today seems engulfed by troubles. Polls show a huge appetite for change in the United States, and there's a dangerous lack of effective leadership across the globe. As a result, the winner of this year's presidential campaign will face a series of very hard tests. The first is how to fight terror without being so aggressive that we create a new generation of terrorists. The second is how to withdraw responsibly from Iraq while at the same time operating more effectively in Afghanistan. The third is the need to prevent nuclear weapons from falling into the wrong hands. Fourth is developing an energy policy that will generate the power we need without destroying the environment we must have to survive. Fifth is guiding globalization so that technology and investments benefit everyone, including the poor and disadvantaged. And a new issue which has come up in the last few days dealing with the global financial disasters. Complicating all this, the new president will have to find the right formula for leadership at a time when our armed forces have been stretched thin, our economy is shaky, our deficit has reached a record level, and our allies are divided. I think America's reputation has suffered greatly, and it's due to Iraq. I think that I have written in this book and previous ones that I think Iraq will go down in history as the greatest disaster in American foreign policy, which means that I think it's worse than Vietnam, not in terms of the numbers of Americans who've died or Vietnamese versus Iraqis, but in terms of its unintended consequences, which are that I think Iran has actually done very well, that the region has been put into even greater disequilibrium than it is under normal circumstances, and that we have lost our moral authority. As you could tell from my initial remarks, I am a child of World War II and Cold War, and when you say to people, what are the words you associate with the U.S., they'd say Omaha Beach. Now, if you say, what do you associate with the U.S., they say Guantanamo and Abu Ghraib. And so our reputation has been deeply sullied by this war.